ACM Netspolmach, ACM Mastimach, ACM Lishwalakwa, Antipat, Yatsitsa, Tanita, Tsnanemoch. I'm Noel Brown, a native artist, Coast Salish artist, Quag Youth artist. That's been carving since 1995-96 when I-Hos Gallery opened. And I'd just like to say a big thanks to them for purchasing my art since I started and helped me along. When I first started, it was a real struggle for people to buy. And I'm happy to say I-Hos carried me and helped me along the way the whole time when I was learning. And I'm very thankful for that.
My name's Bill Helene. My Tsimshian name is Willaxum Hewitt. And I was born in Prince Rupert, British Columbia. My father was a chief and warrior from the village and community of Lac Whillams. I've been creating Tsimshian style art for over 35 years now. And it is a way for me to communicate not only all our old stories that almost fizzled out many years ago, but it's also all my artwork. It becomes a medium for storytelling, and also my drumming and the language shared through that are songs that were passed on from my ancestors for thousands of years, possibly. My relationship with I-Hos, of course, has gone back many years, and I was out of the business for a number of years, but Ramona called me up one day and said, you got to get back to work. So that's why I'm happy to be showing my artwork through I-Hos again. Shoho, shoho, sing, shoho, 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 toyok smoikit Yahweh. Did I miss anything?
I love Ramona. I think Ramona is an amazing woman who she's been a great ally and just moving to this community, and we're working on a collaboration of a weaving project for youth to honor our residential school survivors. So I love the community work that comes out of I-Hos. They're really, really great organization for building community and doing work around like really important issues that affect Indigenous people. Came from Haida Gwaii, and he did a lot of work on the Highway of Tears, which is a stretch of highway between Prince Rupert and Terrace, where a lot of Indigenous women have gone missing or been murdered. And the medicine person who held this bear before me did a lot of walks along that stretch of highway doing healing work for all the spirits that have gone missing. And he felt like he wanted to pass the bear on to somebody else to go and do more work in another territory. So he's been with me for the last couple of years. So I bring him to all the workshops and community work that I do. So feel free to interact with the bear, and there's different medicines. We're gonna do a smudge later. So there's different medicines that you can interact with. So just feel free to come and interact with this guy. So just a little bit before we get into the weaving, just about cedar. So cedar is referred to as the tree of life, because here on the Northwest Coast, everything in our lives, right from birth to death, came from the cedar tree. So when a baby was born, they were born onto a cedar woven mat, and then when a person died, they were buried in a cedar box. So we came from the spirit world, and cedar was the first thing that we touched. And when we went back to the spirit world, it was the last thing that we touched. So it was very, very important. Housing, transportation, food harvesting, food storage, ceremony, totem poles, regalia, clothing, diapers, like literally everything came from the tree. So that's why we refer to her as the tree of life. Yeah. And then I was also taught to refer to the cedar tree in the female sense. So as like a grandmother or a big sister, because of all the teachings that she has to offer us. So I always refer to cedar and the land as it's a Mother Earth. And just a little bit about how the medicine has touched my life. When I grew up my family's very like successfully colonized. Not many people in my family are connected to culture at all. and we were very assimilated. So I didn't grow up around, like, immersed in culture at all. And so I carried a lot of shame about my identity as an Indigenous person. All I could see were the negative stereotypes. I could see, when I thought about Aboriginal people, I thought about like drinking and poverty and like messy houses, and like all I could see was like the negative stereotypes. So I have fair skin, and it was something that I consciously grew up putting aside. I said, I don't want that to be a part of my identity, and I carried a lot of shame about that. And so when I was in my early 20s, my sister learned to weave, and she shared it with me. And the first time that I touched cedar, that was a very important time in my life and in my healing, because it started to take away that shame that I carried. And since then, I have developed a positive connection to my identity. I do not feel ashamed about my identity. It's something that I feel really good about, and my whole life revolves around helping others to feel good about their identity, and highlighting the beautiful parts of our culture, because there is a lot of stuff that our people are still suffering with, and that's part of our reality. But there's also, we come from wealth and beauty, and so I really, that's my path in life, is to sort of help to highlight those things. So cedar has had a tremendous impact on my life, and I really believe in this medicine. It's so healing. So that's just a little bit about why I do this work. When you're on the right path, things just line up and they become really easy. So Creator provides opportunities, and that's sort of how I got into teaching. Is somebody asked me to teach a workshop, and it's just sort of evolved from there. Something that's really important to me has been to develop a positive connection to my identity. Like I mentioned, I carried a lot of shame about who I was as an Indigenous person, and now my culture and connection to land has been a great source of pride. And so that's what I wish for everybody, is to build a relationship with the land and feel good about who you are.
My name is Samantha, and I love the I-Hos Gallery. There's so much here to see. There's so much here to experience. Like, some of it is very modern and very new, and others really seem to keep our culture and our life alive. Just drawing from the old and bringing it into the new, and I love that experience at the I-Hos. The cape I'm wearing is one of my favorite products, and I love it because it's versatile. You can wear it every day, or you can use it to dress up an evening wear. I love the baskets because that takes such a talent that it just wows me every time. And on the other side, on the simple children's side, I really like the Sasquatch puppet. One time when I was in here, there was another father and son shopping. This was on one of the shelves, and the little guy just made a beeline for it, and his dad kept trying to show him all the other puppets we have. But the little boy just kept going back to this one and hugging him and running. And yeah, he definitely made a friend, and Dad ended up taking him home with the little boy. There's so much to like. And
my name is Tony Reynolds, and my wife and I have lived in the valley for over 20 years. And we watched I-Hos grow. And I tell you, anytime we are looking for a special gift for a friend, or if we're traveling and we want to take some gifts to people we're going to be visiting, this is the first place, and usually the last place we come to, because we can always find something which is remarkably beautiful.
My name is Lynn Collins. I'm from Comox here. I spend a great deal of my time visiting everybody at the I-Hos Gallery. It's a nice center. I work in the community, and the I-Hos is always willing to sponsor all sorts of things community-based. They're always willing to donate prizes, and they're very supportive here of local artists. You can always find people that you know, family members bring their jewelry and their carvings and paintings, and the staff here always know who the carvers are, who the artists are, and can give you backgrounds on where they're from and what it means to the culture to make these different pieces. So I've been coming here for years. I've gotten to know everybody here, are always welcoming welcoming you when you come in here. It's a beautiful place to look around. It's a great place to shop and lots of things, especially clothes and purses.
Hey, I'm Justin, and I love coming here to I-Hos because they have some of the most fantastic, just amazing products here. And yeah, this is my second time coming here, and I currently bought myself a silver ring, and I'm definitely going to be coming back here in the future to buy more beautiful items.